Hey, this video features one interesting trap where you win a free bishop in 6 moves. You are going to see that in game 2. In game 1, I played my improved Mikenas defense that may also arise from the French defense where we go knight c6 instead of pawn to d5. So knight c6 is a very interesting move, just allowing white to advance their d pawn so that we position our knight on e5, and after pawn to f4, we sacrifice that knight in the hope of getting a quick draw. How do you make a draw from here? You just ensure to start giving perpetual checks on these highlighted squares. If pawn to g3, by the way, you can actually win the rook on h1 or getting back your piece. And if you want to avoid a draw, you can find a way to position your queen on b6 while forcing white's king to sit on c3 so that you can activate your dark squad bishop with tempo. That's how you go for a win. But you're going to see how I quickly defeated my opponent in the game that you're about to watch, because after king e2 and queen h5 check, I think my opponent played something like knight f3 in this position. Anyway, so this is what you guys are about to watch. There's a higher chance you will never ever hear from me again, and probably you will never watch any of my videos again if you don't subscribe, hit the like button, sharing this video, or leaving a comment. If you don't do any of those things or all of those things, you will never hear from me again. That's what the YouTube algorithm does. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into the games and see what happened. Pop. Let's try my improved French. Let me just reduce the volume. Yes. So the idea is not to go pawn to d5, but knight c6. If pawn to d5, I'll play knight e5. Exactly what I wanted to see. Now it is time to sacrifice my knight. Maybe after pawn to f4, I'll just take on d5. Exactly what I expected to see. So you see that these things are very much possible, you guys. Don't even let anybody discourage you from, playing these things. First of all, this is a risk-free opening, so it's not much of a stretch. Let's sacrifice the knight and start giving endless checks, like I showed you in my tutorial video. Right, so the way you start this is by going queen h4 check. If pawn to g3, by the way, I have queen takes and I'm gonna win the rook. Yeah, so how do you draw this position? All you need to be doing is, start moving your queen on these highlighted squares on the board. Let's see what white is going to do. If king d3 or king e3, I was going to take the queen, the free queen. For those of you guys who didn't watch my first tutorial video, if white played king d2, I was going to give a check here. If king c3, I was going to give a check on c6. If king b3, I was going to give a check on b6 with my queen. And if king b3, I was going to develop my light squad bishop with tempo. That's how we win this game without, asking for a draw or something like that. Anyways, white played knight f3, so in this case, I can just take. So I'm going to take the knight, get back my piece. Okay, so white just played knight d2, and I guess I should just take. Although there's an interesting idea in this position of holding on to my e4 pawn. If white takes with ampersand, I'm just going to take back with my bishop. I can also take right away if I want to, but let me just pave way for my 2 bishops. So there is still a threat to take on f3. That's the good part of this. Still wondering what my opponent is going to do. There we see pawn to g3. And this is exactly what I was talking about in my tutorial video, you guys. So you now develop your light squad bishop, adding more sword to the wound. And now you can see it is actually white who is suffering in this position. Even though I can take, I can first of all take the free pawn on e5, because white's knight on f3 is pinned to the king. They can't take my queen. Bishop c5 is also on the plate. So see how attacking the Mikenas defense can be, you guys. The game started as a French defense, and now we are talking of the Mikenas. If you want to learn more about the Mikenas defense, you can watch my first tutorial video. Oh, now my queen is under attack for real, so I need to retreat it back. Still pinning the knight. As I was saying, you need to watch my first tutorial video on the Mikenas defense for you to be well prepared. Make castle long and pinning my pawn and still posing a threat on f3. I think let me just retreat my bishop back to d7. I'm thinking because if I play bishop h5, I may allow pawn to g4, and even if I do this, I guess white has g5 in the near future. So retreating my bishop back to d7 makes a lot of sense in this position. Let's do that. I'm running low on time because I'm doing several things: playing, thinking, and giving commentary. Knight sacrifice. I guess I just have to take. And then develop my dark squad bishop. I need to be very fast now. Oh, there's this other sneaky idea where white may checkmate me on b7, so I need to be very careful. Oh, they can't move their knight. What am I talking about? I don't even know what white should do in this position. Their position seems to be cramped. Not to mention that I have knight h6 coming. Develop my h-rook. So clearly we can see how cramped white's position is. Even though I'm down on time, I'm doing better. That's what my eyeballs are telling me. Oh, I didn't say this move. Oh, okay. I guess the only reason why I didn't even consider it is because I had queen takes b2. I'm going to win the rook with tempo. All these bishop takes. My queen is going to be under attack after something like king e2, I guess. Still complicated. I should be very careful though. Yeah, so I just lost a rook. I'll just give a check and start winning some pawns. Yeah, besides I have bishop b5 check. I'm also threatening to take the dark squad bishop. I guess this is still fine for me. Yeah, I can just take. Yeah, I'm still ahead in development and I'm doing better. If queen takes, I have knight e7 and cover up. I think I'm doing better. Who knows, maybe that wasn't even a mistake. Yeah, so in this case, I can play knight e7 and play knight c8. But first, let me give a check. I can also take the knight. In fact, I should have taken the knight also. Okay, so my opponent just resigned because they are going to lose a lot of things. First, the knight is dead and there's nothing white can do, to save their position already. Let's do a rematch if my opponent is going to accept. Or let me play another game. Right, game number 2. This time, let me try the Mikenas defense. If d5, oh, wait a second. This is a rated match. And my opponent just played bishop f4. First, I did not intend to play a rated match. I don't play rated games when I'm doing these streams. Nevertheless, there is one interesting trap that I know in this variation where we win the dark squad bishop immediately. So the way we start this is by going pawn to h5. If e3, the bishop is dead. Due to pawn to e5, by the way. e5, yes, this is what I'm talking about. This guy is a 23-12 and I'm surprised he doesn't know this trap. If bishop takes or pawn takes, yep, I have g5 and h4 next. So this is how we win the dark squad bishop in less than 6 moves. with this dubious opening. So I intended to play the Mikenas defense, which was going to, transpose back to whatever we saw in game 1. But my opponent played something else, and I am punishing them for this. Alright. I guess I can still take. Yes. No matter what it's going to do, I'm going to win the bishop, or maybe I can just take, and I don't know what I should do here. I'll still be able to win this. This is fine. Maybe, yeah, I was thinking about this move. But I have takes and king e7. All the problems are over. Now I can attack the bishop if I want. How can I do this? So maybe do this. And then what? Activate my queen. I guess I need to do this now. Can I? Or maybe develop my knight. Oh, I have 26 seconds. I need to be very careful and fast. Okay, now I can attack the bishop. And play d5. Oh, wait. This is a trick. I didn't pay attention to it. But it's fine. Attack the queen. I don't mind exchanging queens at this point, since up a piece. I do this. Still defending everything. Bishop d7. Rook g8 coming. Let's do this. Perhaps I should play bishop f6. Let's do that. I have this. I think now I'm okay. I can even take here like this. Wait. I should have waited just a little bit. Let me do this. Ready to take. Good. I saw something like this was going to happen. I noticed my opponent was trying to play some crazy moves. Anyway, so this is all for today, you guys. I hope you learned one or two things. That's just a little trap you can depend on. I mean, if things don't go your way when you try to play the Mikenas defense. Anyway, now time for you to go and check out my new E5 defense course, which I have also linked in the comment section down below. And I'm glad to say so far it has received a lot of attention and people are getting it like crazy. So it's an opening response that you try against White's E4 opening. You're going to learn how to play against the Scotch, the Royal Pace, the Bishop's opening, 3 Knights opening, the 4 Knights game, the Vienna game, even the Italian game. So it's the complete E5 defense course that I just launched with my team. You better go and check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.